Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. High noon. High noon. And it's Friday, y'all. And it's Friday. Mm-hmm. It's a Falcon Friday. High noon. Got a little madness for you today. Just a little madness. Got a couple things I want to, what I'm saying, talk about, get off my chest, what I'm saying, examine, of that particular nature. Um, you know, I'm gonna some of the things we're gonna talk about. Cordell Patterson. Is he the heart, the soul, and the pulse of this team? I seem to think so. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. It's been lively on the net. The fantasy football world has their colors in a bunch after after Arthur Smith's dismissal of their existence. We're gonna get into that. Um, gonna show a little love. Well, just some more love because I give them love every Monday. Uh, show some love to this defense. We're gonna show some love to this offense. We're gonna show some love to this team. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into this coaching staff too. Yeah, we got a lot to unpack there. Um, Open it up. You like what you hear? You like coming to this conversation? Right off to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit like as well. You like it that much, share it with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Get at your boy. I'm just saying I'm a little celebratory. I done made it to 100 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving on to my next goal at the 200. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm trying to, get this platform to be just that, a legit platform. You know what I'm saying? I try to bring what I, call, information. And trust me, I study before I come out here and say anything to y'all. So putting in the work, doing the work, you know. And I'm just appreciative of all those that have subscribed to me. I'm trying to do my best to, give you what to subscribe for. Now, with that being said, yeah, that damn coach of mine, boy, I love that man, Arthur Smith. I love that man. I love that man. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I mean, you know, just the epitome of know your team, not your fantasy. You know what I'm saying? That what the last 24 to 36 hours has been about. You have the fantasy football world, you know what I'm saying, up in an uproar after Arthur told them to where to get off and what he actually thought about them. He don't give no fucks, you know. All over this Bijan thing. Um, and pretty much the whole NFL world pretty much showed their true colors. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really, is it about winning games? I mean, because at this particular point, we can't win for losing. And then even when we win, we lose it. We doing something we ain't supposed to be doing, like being successful, making, good personnel moves, you know, going through a thing as a young team and, having had pretty much all of everything that could go wrong in games to go wrong in first place in the South, in a playoff position, grooming, um, carrying good parts of what's looking like a top 5 defense. Am I causing you to get nervous yet? Is your girdle shrinking a little bit? Just saying. You know what I'm saying? When actual construction of a team, actual construction of a contending team is in process, and all y'all want to do, y'all get. I mean, I'm talking about get all off in your feelings when you can't say nothing of validation in the negative about this franchise. Because a lot of y'all in y'all feelings, emotions, menstruations, because you see the progress that you all been denying. You see it. 329, 307, 262, 112.9, 111, 105 QBR, quarterback ratings, 62, 60, and 59% completion percentage. Can't ignore that no more, can you? I know. It burns your gut. It makes you, you're holding on to the tree because you can't say nothing negative. You got to acknowledge. You got to acknowledge what you're afraid of. Or scared. Don't be scared. I thought you was a Falcon fan. Don't be sad. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to say nothing positive. I thought you was a Falcon fan. Let me holler at good folks in the chat. You know what, Sherman be here early. What up, man? Tevin, what's happening? Nathan, what's happening? What's happening? Devon, what's happening? Mr. Knight, what's happening? What's happening, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you joining. Just, giving them a little bit of my observation of this here dirty bird world, because it's us against the world, and in some cases it's us against us. I mean, it's crazy. You fancy yourself to be a Falcon fan, but you struggle with giving the energy to praise the team and its players when they perform good. Or you go in and oh well, I give a shout out to the defense. Well, everybody do that, but you gonna turnovers. All right, yeah. Show me a quarterback that hasn't turned. Show me an offensive unit that has not turned the ball over this year. Come on, do that. Show it. I mean, you act like we're not young. When you act like they're not learning their position. You act like they're not learning a new scheme. You act like player development is something that you can stick in a microwave and pull out in 2 minutes and have a Hall of Fame caliber player. And then you want to say, I have a right to my opinion. Anybody can be criticized, which is true on both sides, both ends. On both ends, and it's true. But when said opinion is Jethro Sixth grade education level, and you put that out into the universe, see that what I like to call the want to be the smartest man in the room complex. The most valuable question, I think, right now, after last week's game. What up, ATL? The most valuable question to me after last week's game, I think, would be, is Cordell Patterson the heart, the pulse, the soul of this team? Because that's what I saw in Tampa. And we played some physical games this season. We played some physical games. But this week was different. Was different. I would fancy to say that CP has a Marshawn Lynch beast mode effect on this team. Because when they came off the field on that possession, we had those 2 runs and they catches and, and ran over a few folks. Did you notice the aggression and the physicality of the defense was ratcheted? It was ratcheted up real high and tight. I mean, it was some train wrecks out there. Did you see how Tyler Agil was right? I mean, yes, even when the receiver was catching the ball, they were. It was a different kind of physicality with CP out there. It begs to have to ask the question: is Cordell Patterson, CP84, the smiling bull, as I like to call him, the heart, the pulse, and the soul of this team? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was just the excitement of the game, but it was a different physicality to me. A different physicality. Now, I may be finna upset a few folk with this in particular observation. Because from a coaching standpoint, it may have been the move all along to play Bijan behind Tyler and CP as far as the running back room is concerned. And he's going to be involved in the passing game, yeah. But as far as the lion's share of the runs, I think it was always the plan to be CP and Tyler. I think so. And which I think we're going to know come Sunday. We're going to know. Now, I think this past week's shenanigans, because that's what it was, because Arthur and Terry, they with the shits. They are. I've said it before. I don't trust them two motherfuckers as far as I can throw them, because I mean they with the shits. And you want to talk about petty, super petty? Yes, yeah. I think this past week was some shenanigans. And I think that Arthur was giving the middle finger to the fantasy football world and the media. I truly do. Yeah, I mean, you got to look inside the mad mind of Arthur Smith, because he's petty. He's super petty. He's petty. He is petty. And y'all out here, asking dumb questions like, about stuff like ball placement specialists and efficient tackle attempt rates and things of that nature. What up, Raymond? Raymond? I don't know which one it is. Cause my cousin, my little cousin, his name is Raymond. It's spelled the same way, and some people say Raymond. That's why I say both. Bubba Gump, what's happening? But when you look inside the mind of Arthur, he is just that petty and mean. It's like, you know what? Because I already know what I'm gonna do with him. I'm gonna do this. 5, 6 snaps. Yeah, but we gonna CP out. We're gonna get the line shit and piss the world off. Piss the world off. Okay, I got you. But yeah, he pissed the world off. Yeah, folks all out there mad and can't go to the grocery store, can't go to Family Dollar because they done lost their parlay and lost their game betting sheet and lost in the fantasy game. And Arthur told them, I don't give a fuck about none of that. None. And you have a whole lot of folks out here real emotional. Just all upset. It's out here jumping off of 25-story buildings from the apartment instead of taking the elevator. I mean, but hey, when you lead with your heartstrings, you tend to show what color your girl is. Look, man, we winning games. And y'all Madden fantasy football microwave mindset folk with your feelings. Whoa, feelings. Get you a box of wet naps and go sit down in the corner and cry me a river. I'm just saying, it's football. I mean, you're mad because you're seeing Arthur and Desmond Ritter start to get on the same page. I mean, it got to see. That's the thing, y'all. A lot of y'all out here, get a little sensitive, and you sit and you wait for bad things to happen and you harp on it. Okay, yeah, he turned the ball over. Yes, he did. Yeah. And honestly, I only put one of those 3 really on him. I mean, but that's neither here nor there. There was some good play calling in that game. Look, people, as they progress, certain things are gonna get better. But when you have a top 5 defense and you win games like this past Sunday, that's called handling adversity, ladies and gentlemen. It's handling adversity, and to go through these type of things. Look, like I said again, a lot of the things, pretty much all of that could go wrong has gone wrong in these 7 games. It was actually come out on the better end of it and learning some things from it. And then just think about something. We get down the road and, you know, things progress and we, you know, get inside the playoffs and come up against some adverse situations, and we're able to keep our poise and just play through it and do what we do. We'll be all the better for it. Some of these things, it's all at Cincinnati. His freshman year, you know, as he grew, some things happened, you know, had some missteps, but that was the first thing that I recognized about Desmond. His poise. His poise. You know, that intangible thing that a lot of y'all don't call a quarterback asset. Pull up some of these, get some of these comments here. You stupid, Floyd. And you're right. Yeah, you have to appreciate, you know what I'm saying, what you have right now. Yeah, because things they're like they're progressing, you know what I'm saying, to the better. And Devin says Arthur Smith don't care about your fantasy team, over under bets, etc. He wants to win. Exactly. 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 And coming on to the field. Coming on to the field.
Oh, what's happening?
Playing the right and left guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna get you back later.
Yes. And I was just particularly delving off into the mind of Arthur Smith and, you know, his shenanigans. That's what I think about this past week. I think I honestly, and I think my take will probably surprise a lot of people. On the Bijan thing, I think it was some shenanigans. I do. I think because we all know Petty lives at the office of Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith. Because they with the shits. We know this. Okay, I think this past week was some shenanigans. And I think this was Arthur giving the proverbial middle finger to the fantasy community and the media.
Yes, and I'm here for all of it.
Because the fantasy football community was, I'm talking about, in the middle of the street with they 3 sizes too small girdle on and they stilettos, bitching, moaning, complaining, crying.
Butt ass nigga.
Yes. They was out there like Winnie the Pooh with a top on, just a top on. Just wangling and dangling. I'm just saying.
Looking for that pot of honey.
You got folks out here in they feelings. Yes, in their feelings. I mean,
What's up, Divine? Hey, don't call me that. What's good?
I
Shut up,
mean, look, man, and see, that's what I was getting to, right before you came in. The whole, the Shield, the fantasy football community, the media, they have all shown their true colors.
Oh yeah.
You
The
got
whole way.
the NFL out here trying to investigate us on some felonious stuff. You know what I'm saying? The betting boys in Vegas, hey, y'all need to do something. They ain't cooperating. No, we're not cooperating.
Hell
No,
no.
we're not cooperating. No. Yeah. I mean, okay, per the story, the headache came about, late Saturday night. All right. They all to the man said he took a little Tylenol, Advil, whatever, and got out there and dressed and, tried to give it a go. And said, hey, Coach, I ain't feeling it. All right. That was the story. And, somewhat sticking to it. So y'all out here investigating a headache.
Hey, well, come on, bro.
You're investigating a headache.
Look.
Really? We're investigating a headache.
Look, man.
We a headache, bro.
God damn. What we talking about, bro?
You done sent 3 of your NFL officials from the office in New York down here to little old Bama ass, country ass, Atlanta, Georgia, about a headache. About a headache now. A whole headache.
Not saying. Look,
you got Woodrow and Cletus and Consuela out here, pitching the titty fit. They done lost their parlay and then bet the refrigerator rent on Bijan, getting a certain amount of yards. The whole fantasy football, fantasy leagues. I done lost the lead. I did have a lead. Who gives a shit? Who cares? What they got to do with us winning games?
This part right here. That part. Y'all wasn't investigating they cheating ass, but us, we've been squeaky clean since forever. But now all of a sudden, because one of y'all, our top star, so-called, that we drafted in the first round, that everybody done put in a fantasy team, he's not getting enough carries that you won. Now it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because he hurt your pocket. They ain't got shit to do with us. That's your dumbass fault. Not ours.
Right.
Now, let me, okay, so I have, history of having, migraines in the past. Like, real bad migraines. And I don't know about anybody else, but I know I'm speaking for myself. I ain't doing nothing. I can't do anything. I can barely function with a fucking migraine. And I'm just a regular dude. But you want Bijan to go out there and bang heads with a tough defense with a fucking migraine? What are we talking about here? That's not. So I'm supposed to go bang my head against a brick wall just because your pockets is light.
Go a
That's
concussion
what you're saying?
protocol with the opportunity to get CTE. Yeah, all that.
I'm gonna need for y'all to go watch that movie Concussion with Will Smith and come back and talk to me then.
Mm-hmm.
Core Gear 5. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna agree, but I'm not gonna disagree to that either.
I second that. I second that. I second that.
I'm just saying.
Second that. Oh my goodness. Look, the main topic, because I want to get your take on that too. I'm gonna swing back to is Cordell Patterson the heart, pulse, and soul of this team?
That's a great question. But it has
When
an easy
CP goes, the whole offense goes.
bingo. There we go. There it is. What he said.
Well, I'm talking about the entire team though. Because
That goes for the entire team too. When CP goes, the whole goddamn team goes. That's the given inspiration right there. People got to realize that. This little bro speaking, how y'all doing? This the whole thing. When CP goes, everything goes. When CP's down, we try to keep it up until he get back. People got to realize that. But when CP is on full throttle, we on full throttle too, and it's gonna be a problem. Everybody got to understand that, and everybody got to learn how to be patient. Be patient with the process, because this is a process going on right now, and the process is gonna be strong at the end of the day. Get it together.
Boom.
Well, my initial reason was simply because the physicality was on a whole nother level.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? For both the offense and the defense. When after the offense came off the field, where he had those two carries in that catch, and that it was different. When defense came out there, it was different.
Way different.
It was way different. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought, and they decided to make that is a good question. Is CP the pulse of this team? Because Sunday it surely looked like it. I mean, we played with some physicality all year, but this was on a different level.
Not like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And the only time we've seen that is when CP has been on the field with the team playing. And then at which it led to, another, observation that I had, because, also it's just another conspiracy, maybe, it may have been Arthur's plan all along to play Bijan behind Tyler and CP as far as the run game goes. Just saying. I mean, he's gonna get the bulk of his touches in out in the flats on them, the dump off the passes because he can do that. But as far as the run game, it may have been Arthur's plan all along to run CP and Tyler, ahead of him.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe what you think?
Yeah, I agree. Look, last year, throughout the whole season, before CP got hurt, he set the tone with physicality. And then this year, yes, we was kind of physical early on, but CP Bijan is a different monster. He doesn't come with that same physicality as CP does. So it was different.
He's not necessarily a between the type of running back.
No. He's like a Chris Johnson, a more powerful Chris Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can hit the hole every now and then, but he gonna make you miss on a dime. Now, see what we seen from CP. He put that whole offense on his back. All due respect to Bijan, bro. Look, we all love Bijan, but I haven't seen him do that yet. He hasn't put the whole team on his back. CP can do that.
Right.
He's already shown that he can do that. I can't wait until we see all three of them.
Last night, I was talking about that. I think the game that everybody's waiting on to see, I think is going to happen after the bye week against New Orleans. I think, and here's why. Okay, we're going into Tennessee, coming off this game with Tampa. And like I said, pretty much all that could go wrong has gone wrong, and I think we're walking our way, through these little bits of adversities, and we're being very diligent about dealing with stuff. All this week, Arthur's had the guys working on ball security skills.
Yeah, high and tight.
Which was pretty much basically the only thing. And him and Dalman, Dez and Dalman been doing a lot of, snap drills. Because like what most people won't say, in that game, there were about 4 snaps by Dalman that were bad. And there was that one that got away. But they won't. When people go to talk about these things, they won't mention that. They just say, "Well, he turned the ball over 3 times." Okay. Again, that blanket statement with no context.
Yep.
Nobody wants to look inside of what caused the turnover.
They just stay on the surface.
If you was really watching the game, you would be talking about the total of 4 snaps that were pretty god awful. Okay, but how you already know how this goes. I think this week in Tennessee, it's gonna be getting more and more closer to being, getting this balance down. And because the coach and the quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying, they're I'm looking at them, you know, Arthur and Dez is starting to look like they've got some things, you know, in sync. Because it was a pretty good play calling last week.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good play calling.
Yeah.
And he give shout out to the O-line on their progression to better pass protection.
Yeah. Yes.
Dez was only hit once. He was only sacked once. He was kept pretty much relatively clean. Okay. Let's give shout out to the guys on the outside attacking the routes, coming back for the ball, making the catches. You know, things are only going to get better from this point because the guys are in, especially KP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because again, like I said, Wednesday, KP got to learn how to be a tight end.
Yes, sir.
Now, again, let's look inside the madness of Coach Smith. Bringing in Juno Smith. How do you think that was? Help KP learn not just the system, but the tight end position in that system. Come on, people. Come on now. A lot of y'all sit out here and holler about, you know, saying what y'all know about football and have all these bright ideas, but then the bright ideas that come right up under your nose, you miss or you dismiss. You know, I mean, it's things are happening, but a lot of y'all can't see, you know what I'm saying, the forest for the trees. You really can't. And the part of, you know, no, the problem is really with a lot of these folks because of that right there. They're starting to see that. These two getting on the same page. You know, and if you're honest with yourself about, you know, saying those tight ends, I mean those miscues on last Sunday, and then the mere fact that we won the game, it's called poise, ladies and gentlemen. It's called staying the course, ladies and gentlemen. It's called playing through, ladies and gentlemen. It's called dealing with adverse situations and learning from them. That's what it's called. I mean, y'all out here concerned about fantasy numbers. Had one cat to tweet this morning talking about the fans aren't concerned with fantasy football, concerned about wins. I'm like, okay, well, explain this 24 to 36, you know what I'm saying, hour period of outrage about fantasy numbers. It helped me understand. Help me understand. If y'all concerned about wins, if you speaking for the fan base and you're about wins, then explain that. I'm just saying, explain that. You know, Arthur's calling plays. Arthur's, pushing the buttons on, particular players. Getting these guys in the position to be successful, and and also trying to help them learn their position at the same time. Y'all out here calling for this man head over fantasy football. Seriously? See? Why don't we shift over to defense a little bit? And let's talk about our linebackers. Kate Nellis and Landon. Can we say that they should start being mentioned in this conversation with middle linebacker duos in this league, man? Because what's going on with them? What you think, Ant?
Hell yeah.
The boys is playing.
Yeah, they should. I mean, look. Okay. Lamb was thrust into the position.
Yeah, because T1000 got hurt.
Yeah, he went down. And he's been lights out ever since. His nickname for me is Hit Stick. That's his nickname for me.
We got a legitimate linebacker core. And we got depth.
Devin says if the offense can get it together, which they will, and match the energy and play of defense, this team will be a problem for everyone we face. I mean, well, that's a given. That's a given. It's just that there's a particular percentage of the fan base and media alike that seems to want to ignore the process and the time of player, development. But this is my particular thought.
Yeah. It's bound to happen in due time.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta be patient. That's all it is. As long if we can just shake off these these turnover woes, we'll be fine.
Yeah. What up, Brian? Said I'm seeing a more confident Ritter in his offense. I mean, the confidence has always been there. I don't know why people keep saying he done lost some confidence or wasn't confident. He's always been confident.
Yeah, that's
but then when when you try to explain to people, the intangible makeup of this guy, and intangible is not an actual quality in the quarterback, or what it's not nothing. Okay, all right. Tell that to the 30 or 40 or so quarterbacks that has the gold jacket, and see what they tell you. Because I know I hear a lot of times when you talk to or talk about and mention guys like Dan Marino and Roger Staubach, and Fran Tarkenton and Joe Theismann, and and all those guys, the first couple of words that come out of their mouths in those conversations are intangibles. Intangibles. So how would you expect or even remotely be able to see anything that says that Ritter wasn't ever confident or had lost some confidence? No, because even when he threw his first interception, And I watched him walk to the sideline, and I, you know what I'm saying. And I watched him when he went and sat down and talked to the coach. And talked to his receiver and talked to his lineman. Didn't look like there was a less confident guy to me. It looked like somebody was trying to figure out what happened and what was the problem. As what did he see as opposed to his teammates? That's what that looked like. Another intangible. And that qualification for QBism, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, I ain't knocking what you said, Brian, but I'm just saying a lot of people seem to make those same type of comments, as to say that like he done lost some confidence, he was never confident in, which I can't say I ever saw that.
No. Look, I put it like this. If he didn't have confidence before, then those 2 back-to-back interceptions that he thrown against Jacksonville,
Mm-hmm.
that drive in the second and coming out the second half wouldn't have ever happened.
Exactly. I mean, for that matter, look at the Green Bay game, the second half. Does that look like a quarterback that done lost confidence?
No.
Or didn't have confidence? I mean, what is it? What is the therapist always says? Rookie quarterback, a rookie player gonna do rookie things.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
But we got a few people in here. We got 18. Let's get them likes up, people. Holla at your boy. Like, share, follow, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a new mission trying to get to 200 subs now. I've crest 100. I'm trying to get the new one. Trying to get 200. It just leaps and bounds, leaps and bounds. Oh yeah, Terry got a good one. Terry got a good one. If fantasy football and social media was out when Troy Aikman or Peyton Manning rookie season, would they gave them time to develop?
Oh,
that is a bad. That is.
You know what, Terry? You set this shit up. It depends. Yeah. Now, if we have on the mindset of our fan base, it depends on where they was drafted.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Because it was said that a third round pick don't deserve time to develop. It was said that if he was a first round pick, then he'd have a longer leash.
He deserves a lifetime to develop.
I mean, that was said out loud. That was said out loud, and it was said in the comment section of a live show.
That part.
I mean, this is the mindset of a lot of this fan base. on how the quarterback, this particular quarterback, should be treated or should be handled.
Yeah.
Which I find hilarious in itself. Corey says Pitts on pace for 800 yards. London is on pace for 1,000. At this particular point, yeah, they are. But I think Pitts is gonna flatten out right at 1,000. With 10 games to go, yeah. Mm-hmm. And this offense is starting to turn a corner. You know, because when you look at Sunday, I mean, hey, that's what I saw. When you put those three, you know what I'm saying, mishaps aside, look at what you had, look at what you saw. You know, which leads me into, because you know, that doggone Mike Vrabel had some interesting thoughts on, you know, the upcoming game. You know, against us. And I don't know if he would just, you know, just comfortable and he was just spitballing and you know, and some stuff may have slipped his mind though. But when it came down to, you know, Mike Vrabel on his podcast and talking about the upcoming game against the Falcons, okay, he talked about that, you know, being able to stop Tyler Algier. You know, you had Bijan Robinson that pretty much as an honorable mention. You didn't mention CP at all. You didn't even mention the passing game at all. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Then he gave a little dap to the defense in talking about, you know, when he was talking about them being able to, you know, succeed on third down, which he knows is going to be a stiff, you know what I'm saying, task because that defense, you know, is pretty good over there. But offensively, he dismissed or just overlooked the whole. I really think that Vrabel and these Titans are coming into this game, you know, a little, I don't know, I guess ahead of themselves, so to speak. If that's a representation of the mindset of them Titans, if that conversation there on his podcast is a representation of the mindset of the Titans, ooh-wee. I don't know. What you think? And what do you think gonna be, you know, the determining factor in this game? Well, I think the better question is, do you think Derrick Henry is going to be a factor in this game?
I'll put it like this. He's going to have his moments. But I think we're going to get them out of their game. And that's going to rattle, you know, that's going to shatter them. Like, they're not going to be able to play our game against us. So
yeah,
they can't,
because I believe that 3 possessions from us is going to shorten the game for them. I mean, and I believe this is going to be one of them type of games where if we're 13, 14 to 3 or something like that, You count Christmas.
Oh.
And having to throw, you get in this situation and time is short, and you're down 10 against this defense. Okay. What that one say? Pick your poison. Okay.
Pick your poison. Because we have to remind ourselves that we have one second-year quarterback and another rookie that's going to be playing. That's bad business. Be trying to throw 30, 40 times in a game. We just seen it. And we did it against Washington. Bad business.
Yeah. I mean, we threw the ball, you know what I'm saying, against Tampa, what, 26, 27 times? And we ran the ball, what, 39 times?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This discrepancy.
I mean, and then see, here's something else with this game coming up, and Mike Vrabel being, saying what he's saying on his podcast. They ain't been newsworthy. I haven't even seen a highlight of Tennessee this year.
Me either.
The only thing that's been newsworthy coming out of Tennessee has been, Derrick Henry possibly getting traded. 'Cause, I mean, it's been a fire sale pretty much as well, with everything else.
Oh yeah, you can't forget about their safety getting traded.
Yeah.
I mean that's about it.
Well, this has been a interesting, vast conversation and a few topics. It's Friday, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Dirty Bird Friday, Falcon Friday. We got these Titans, and we going up the road to holler. Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you.
Yes. We gonna wind this thing on down, chop it on down, and let the people know what you do, how you do it, where you be seen, how you rolling around,
Oh, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Big Ant coming to you live in full effect. Y'all can find me at Big Ant True on Twitter /X, whichever you want to call it. Government name Anthony Jackson on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And y'all can find me pretty much everywhere that everything got going on.
Right. And as you can see at the top of the comments, you see it across your screen, OG Big Sam, OGN TV. I like the sound of that. You know what I'm saying? And you're getting that all courtesy of Mad Mike Network. You know what I'm saying? AFN the distributor. GNTN, along with it. You know what I'm saying? Unholy Alliance, Mad Mike Sports, Mad Mike Network is the game. You know what I'm saying? For your boy to be, doing this, OGN TV is the thing. You know what I mean? Show me some love. I show it right back. Hit the like button, man. Subscribe to your boy. Let's get these 200 subscriptions on the film. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, get up, down, get on a different level, than most, be on a different level with this information than other hosts, you trying to be on a level that a lot of y'all can't and really refuse to comprehend. All right. And with that, we will say have a good Friday, a lovely Friday, and we'll talk to you on Sunday.
Yes, sir. Peace.